Hello. I am back today playing some more Pokemon Crystal, continuing our shiny badge quest and the hunt for the shiny Wooper. We're currently sitting at 1,300 encounters, and yeah, looking forward to jumping back into this and seeing if we can get a shiny. It was during this kind of time frame that we'll be hitting in this stream that we got the shiny Rattata before, because that was at 1,468, I think. I can't actually remember now. Something like that. Or was it 86? I can't remember. 89. Yeah, I don't remember. 1,489, I think, is what the actual number was. So can Wooper / whatever beat it? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, let us switch over to the right screen, and we should be good to go. So let's get into the game. Okay, excellent. Everything is set up ready for us. So, without further ado, let's begin. Encounter number 1 for today. It's a Wooper, but it's blue. Also, it is another warm day here in the UK, so I do have a fan going. So again, apologies, like the last few streams, if you can hear it. Sorry, I need it on, otherwise it's too hot. It doesn't help that much, but it helps a little bit. Hi Z. How are you doing today? Not bad. Good. I'm doing good, thanks. It's the weekend, so it's extra good. Seeing a lot of whoopers today, which is good. Hopefully one of them can be pink. It's the first ghastly of the stream. That was double ghastly. Did I just attack that thing? I did not mean to attack that thing. Sorry, I did not mean to do that. My bad. Get rid of my timeout momentarily. Weird noise. 1400. No shot. If only this weekend was the long weekend here. Everyone loves a long weekend. But we had one last weekend. Next weekend you get Monday off? Ah, we had one off. We had Monday off this week. So I've only been in work for 4 days this week. Which is why we day streamed on Monday. For the king. Wait, what? As in, arcing? You get a day off for arcing? We don't even get a day off for our king's birthday. So you get the day off for the birthday of the king, not Charles's birthday, but the king's birthday. Your 21st is this Monday, so sadly gotta go to work that day. I mean, you could have booked it off. Is 21 like a special age in Australia? I don't know what like 21 is obviously a special birthday in America. Not so much here, because nothing really changes at 21. But I don't know about Australia. Do you have... There's another double ghastly. Do you have anything special? Not really. It's more of an American thing, yeah. Okay. Our special ages are 17 and 18 for driving and then drinking. Or is it 16? No, it is 17. Pretty sure it's 17 for driving. I'm trying to remember. It was a while ago. It was a while ago that I hit 17. Random question, but if I get a ghastly, how am I going to evolve it fully? By trading. I will need to figure out a way to trade, but I will trade it. Also, hi, Indie Retro. How you doing today? If I was playing on my actual 3DS, it'd be easy, because I could just trade it between my two 3DSs. But, unfortunately, I'm using emulators, but I'm sure I could figure out a way. The chances of me getting a ghastly, however, are low. because it is only a 5% encounter rate here. You can actually trade to yourself via emulator. I think you can actually do local trades to yourself or via network if someone has the same version as you. Cool. Well, if we get the Ghastly, we'll figure it out. But like I say, it's unlikely to happen. But not impossible. And if it happens, that is when we'll figure it out. I'm not going to worry too much about looking into it unless I need to. The other option would be to learn how to inject my save file onto my virtual console and then trade via virtual console and then bring my save back out again, because I need to learn that anyway. It would be annoying if you were to get a Zubat in your hand, because friendship is slim on either mon. Yeah, but so I mean Zubat is a 10% chance here, but also Zubat evolving to Crobat is not annoying, especially now if you get it this early in the game. Like friendship level, like evolving a friendship Pokemon when you get it early in the game is quite easy because they're constantly gaining friendship while we're playing, so that wouldn't even be that much of a problem, to be honest. I've used many a Crobat in playthroughs before. / other friendship Pokemon. I can also give it a haircut. I'm not sure how much hair Golbats have got, but we can get it haircuts. But ideally, we just get the Wooper. Okay, Z. So oddly enough, some shinies stayed the same for later gens, while others completely different. And again, I suppose Ghastly had to be a different colour compared to its game, since it went to the 4 colour palettes back then, whereas the GBA continues like 16 bits, so basically half the amount of standard GBA. No, just 30 bits. Also, back in these shinies here, the shinies weren't determined, they weren't picked. Basically, they just palette swapped. So, the color palette of a shiny is just for the same color combination as another Pokemon. Which is why you get some weird looking shinies, because they're not designed that way. You know, they weren't made to be those colors. Welcome back, Z. You really wish they kept Polyrath shiny from this game? I'm not sure I know what it is. Let me look it up. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, I like that. That's nice. It's like a teal color, basically better than the stunning green. Yeah, no, I like that. I mean, I don't mind the green. But that teal is very nice. You don't hate green shinies either? Just wish they could have kept it moving to modern gens, especially 3D. Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, if it had been green the whole time, I'd have been like, yeah, that's good. I like it. But that teal is nice. Gen 1 doesn't have any green shinies. Gen 1 has no shinies. I'm joking. I know what you mean. I don't mind, to be honest. There's enough Pokemon in the whole of the Pokedex that I don't mind there being the amount of green shinies that there are, to be honest. My preference for shiny is it is a different color to its original. And if that means it's green, then great. I like it. Yeah, my preference for shinies is not what color it is, but more that it is different from the original. That's what determines a shiny for me. Like, as a good shiny or not. Is shiny Crobat pink in these games? Yep. Yes, it is. 1,500. It's a Zubat, but it's not shiny. Another double gas. Why are we seeing so many double gaslies? Maybe it's time I start counting gaslies, like we were counting females. There's a reason the timer isn't counting. No! I don't know. It broke. Oh man. I don't know how long that's been stopped for. I'll have to go find out how long that's been stopped for. And then add that on at the end. Thank you for pointing it out though. It'll be easy for me to fix actually, because I can see what time it started as before the stream, and then I can just look how long we were hunting for during the stream, and just make it so that it is the right time. So it'll be easy enough to fix. We'll leave it going for now though, so it actually looks like we've got the timer working. But just know that it's probably out by about, I don't know, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, something like that, at an estimate. But by next stream, it'll be correct again. What console am I going to play Reanimal? PC? Probably. It is on PC, right? I'm sure it's on PC. Yeah. PC. It's on PS5, Switch 2, Series X and S, and PC. Yeah. A lot of the time, if there's a PC version of a game, I'll probably play the PC version. My PC is able to play pretty much any game. Though at some point in the future, I would like to build a new PC. I'd like to eventually, potentially have a dual PC setup. So one PC, one beefy PC can be for the games, and then the other PC can be all the like programs and stuff. Yeah, the one that you'd play on, it would be literally just for playing games, so it wouldn't have any extra stuff on it that like could be using up the memory and stuff. It would just be playing games, therefore games would run better on it. And then the other PC doesn't have to play the game, but can do everything else, and therefore doesn't have to try and run the game while trying to do everything else at the same time. I don't know fully how to set that up, but I know you can do it. I know there's a way of doing it. I just would have to look up how to do it. And also I'd need to build another PC for that. But that would be the dream. So yeah, once I've got money to be able to buy build another PC, that's kind of what I plan to do. Is have a dual PC setup, but we're not near that yet. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Oh well, can't say anytime soon, but not right now. Something for the future. Because I think it'd be really cool to be able to stream games while putting everything on max settings. With some older games I can do that, like when we were playing Far Cry, because obviously it's a 22-year-old game, I was able to max settings that. But a new game like Cyberpunk we weren't able to max out. So it'd be nice to be able to do that. Play a new game on max settings. And while streaming as well. still got to get a new exhaust fan for your PC. Just can't be bothered to do that at the moment. Fair enough. Helicopter flying around. Still planning on getting a new PC eventually anyway. Mine's not that old, but you got it during the peak of COVID when PC prices were crazy. Ah, yeah. So it cost you nearly 1.9k Australian dollars. Gotcha. I don't remember how much mine cost. It's only got a GTX 1650. I can't even remember what. I can't even remember what mine's got, to be honest. Mine's got an RTX 3080. Now for that price you can get one with a 5060. Wow, okay, cool. Yeah, I enjoyed building it as well. That was the other thing. Every so often I get the itch to like, oh, I really want to build a PC again. Just because it was actually kind of fun. You're not much of a gamer, so it's not like a high priority for you to upgrade. That's fair. I, on the other hand, am very much a gamer. You more enjoy watching others play games these days. That's fair. I mean, I do that as well. Which is why you're here. Awesome. So I realized I need to add another game to my the wheel of games for the next time we spin it, because I was gonna add the 007 is it 007 First Light? Is that what it's called? Game to the wheel, because that looks like a fun game to play. So I want to add it to the wheel. Technically, I probably could have added it last night before we got Reanimal, because it was already out, and the reason I didn't add it before was because it wasn't out. It only came out yesterday, so now I can add it on for next time. There's no point me adding on games that aren't out, because If it spins and it's not out, I'm like, well, that was pointless. Also, I realized earlier today that there's another series, a game series that I wanted to add to the list of games to play that I forgot to add, which is the Uncharted games. So I need to add those to the wheel as well. Why are we seeing so many Gaslies right now? Also, if you're curious about what games I've got on the list to play, you can actually do a command, which I think is just ! games, and it will give you a link to a list of the games that are on the wheel. And I've actually... There it is. Each of the games actually... If you click on them, they will take you to like a Google of those games, so that you can see like what they are if you're not sure what they are. Obviously, that list is not quite accurate because it's still got Reanimal on it, and I think it's still got Far Cry 1 on it. I need to update that to Far Cry 2 and take Reanimal off, and then add on the 007 game and the Uncharted game. But I'll get those sorted. But other than that, the list is accurate. It should also be in alphabetical order, I'm pretty sure. Out of that whole list, the only one you've played is one of the Fable games? Might have been 4, not sure. Fable 4 is not a thing, I don't think. I think Fable 3 is the latest one, right? I could be wrong. Fable... Oh no, Fable 4... No, Fable 4 is the new one coming out, I think. Yeah, Fable 4 is the next one. But so you probably played Fable 3. Which is also the only Fable game I've already played. I think it's on my shelf. Yeah, it is. Fable 3 is up on my shelf over there. I liked Fable 3 because you had a dog in it that was a border collie, and we had a border collie. So I named it the same as our border collie. Even though the one in the game is a boy because he said good boy, and ours was a girl, I still named it Millie. And technically now we still have a border collie, but it's a border collie cross. And it is a boy, so I could call it Ollie. And it would match my dog. But yeah, there is actually another Fable game coming out next year, I think. Also, 1600, not shiny. Oh no, it says it's coming out this year. Oh no, never mind. There's an article that says it's going to be delayed till next year. Make up your mind. Oh, that's literally from 4 hours ago. Okay. that would why it hasn't updated yet. Okay, Fable 4 has been delayed till 2027 as of 4 hours ago. Weird timing. I like the announcement trailer for it because it had Richard Ayoade in it as a giant, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be playing Fable, the Fable 4 for a while yet because we'd have to play through Fable 1 to 3 first before that one is even considered to be played. Because I don't want to play a game that's later in a series before the beginning of the series. I know I have in the past, but going forward, we're not doing that anymore. We're only playing a game that's later in the series if we've played everything else in the series. Fable 1 is another game that is older than you. There's probably a few games on my list that are older than you, to be honest. In fact, Need for Speed Underground 2 is older than you as well. That's on the list. When did Bioshock come out? You were born in 2005, right? Okay, so Bioshock is not older than you. But close. Nearly. I have a lot of games on here from 2007 and 2008. Kingdom Hearts, that's older than you. That might be the oldest game on the list, actually. What's Need for Speed Underground 2? 2004, just older than you. The rest of those probably are not. I mean, Oblivion's quite old, but I'll be playing the remake anyway, or remaster, I should say. You're trying to remember how you even got Fable? Because there's no way your parents bought it. You went that at the age of 7. Yeah, that's not a 7-year-old's kind of game. Oops, did not mean to get down. Did you play it at a mate's house or something? I don't know. On the Xbox 360 bundle, you got it. Came with the console, Fable 3 physically, and Halo Reach downloadable copy. Oh, fair enough. Is it? What Halo have I got? No, I've got Halo 4. I never really played Halo games. Halo 4 is the only one I played because it came with our Xbox. I'm pretty sure Halo 4 came with our Xbox. Actually, I can't remember now. I never actually played the story either. I only ever played the co-op, like, where you just go against your friends. Me and my brothers would just play that. Never actually played the story. That console is long gone though, Red Ring of Death. I've still got our original Xbox. Oh, well, my original Xbox 360. To be fair, I do also have our original Xbox as well. All in working condition. Well, the Xbox 360's disc tray doesn't come out very easily. You sometimes have to pull it out rather than do it by itself. But it still works. You got your second one still. Nice. Yeah, I think the only... I've got 2 consoles that are not the original ones. One of them is the PS2. We used to have the big, like the original PS2. But that died, so we got a PS2 Slim, like the little tiny one. So I have one of those. And then the only other one is the GameCube, because when we were saving up to buy the Xbox 360, in order to make a little bit more money, we sold our GameCube and GameCube games. Worst decision of my life. Okay. One of. I don't know whether it actually is the worst, but one of the worst decision of my life. Because we sold it for £20. That's console and games. £20 is all we got for it. You know how much those things go for now? A lot more than that. I've got one now that I paid more than that. I think I paid £100, maybe even £120 for it. However, that did include the Game Boy player, which I didn't have before. So now I can play Game Boy Advance games on the GameCube. Which is pretty cool. Not that I have many Game Boy Advance games. Mainly just Pokemon. And do I use my Game Boy Play much? No. Do I use my GameCube much? No. I used to. I did before. When we were doing the completing of the living dexes, I used it a lot. But now that I've completed my living dexes, I don't really use it. But that's fine. I've still got it. I've got my original Xbox. I haven't touched that thing in donkey's years. Probably never will. I have no need for it. But I like to keep it. It's part of my collection. Got my shelves up to my side here. Got consoles on it. Got Xbox One, got GameCube, got PS2, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, Wii, Xbox 360. I think that's everything. And then I've got my PS5 over there because that's actually plugged in and ready to use because we still use that for streaming. Whereas the other consoles, I don't use them. So I don't really have any need for them because Xbox games I can play on the PC mostly, and PlayStation games, PS5, and then Switch. Oh, I've got my Switch 2 down here as well. Sorry, forgot about that. See, that gets used as well. But if I wanted to, I have the means of streaming from any of those consoles. They are all easily plug in. Like I can just easily plug them into this setup. Which is kind of one of the cool things about this setup is that I can literally just grab it off the shelf, plug it in, and it will work on this setup. Got all the connections ready and to go for it. They were, at one point, all actually plugged into the setup. And with a few clicks of a button, I could switch between them. But then I realized, why am I doing that? I'm never going to need that. So I got rid of the setup like that and changed it so it was just, I take it off my shelf, place it over on my desk here, and then that can plug in. That was the easier way of doing it, rather than having all of them plugged in all of the time, when pretty much all of them aren't going to get used. But yeah, when we play some of the older games, if they're like PlayStation games, like Need for Speed Underground 2, we'll probably play on my PS2. We did with Need for Speed Underground 1, we played that on the PS2. Like, actual PS2, not emulated. But of course, anything that I can play on PC, I will aim to play on PC, just because it's easier and better. You got your PS3 somewhere? It was your uncle's that he left behind when he moved over to Amsterdam. It was left in a bag in a shed in your grandpa's backyard. The roof had been broken for God knows how many years, so it would have been getting rain and everything on it. Somehow the console still works fine. That's good. I never had a PS3. We didn't have a PS3 because we had Xbox at the time, so PS3 is one I'm missing, and PS1. At some point, maybe I'll fill out my collection. I don't have any of the newer Xboxes either, but I don't see the point of getting those ones because all of the games that come out on Xbox come out on PC pretty much, anyway. All the ones I want to play anyway. But it would be kind of cool to have all of them. Like as a display kind of thing. You never had a PlayStation till then? That was a few years ago. Yeah, we had a PlayStation 2, then we moved to Xbox. Still the only PlayStation going. That's fair. But yeah, we were PlayStation to begin with, then moved to Xbox, and then now I have everything. We did have a Wii as well, to be fair. And a GameCube. Never a Wii U though, and I don't see myself ever buying one either, even for a collection, a complete collection thing. Well, maybe at some point if I have all of the Xboxes, all of the PlayStations, it would be quite cool to have not necessarily all of the Nintendo, but from the GameCube up, if I just got a Wii U, then I'd have them all. So it's only one console. I wouldn't necessarily go backwards to like the NES and NES and stuff, but if I had from GameCube all the way up, that would be still pretty cool. And maybe at some point, my background could be like a Nintendo tower, an Xbox tower, and then like a PlayStation tower behind me. That would be pretty cool. Not in this room. That would not work in this room because of the sofa bed. But in one where I don't have a sofa behind myself. Leaning tower of consoles. Well, I'd hope they weren't leaning. Maybe in wherever I have my next setup, I'll have a play around with what I want to do with the background. Because I could have 4 towers. One for Nintendo, one for PlayStation, one for Xbox, and then one for my plushes. That could be quite cool. It just depends on what kind of room I've got for it. Because the other thing is, I do actually have what I consider quite a cool like display in my background, but you guys can't see it, which is kind of a shame because it's too high up. And it would be nice to be able to include that in my background, but I just can't. I can't get it. I can't get like it to fit because it's up on like basically in the ceiling. I'd have to be like angled, like looking up at me, which wouldn't look very good. Hi, Carl. You made it? It took you 4 hours to do a 2-hour drive? Wow. Yikes. That's bad. Well, hi. Other than having an annoying drive, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna just tilt my camera up because I want to show you what it looks like. Because it's all that up there. It's cool, but I just can't get it to be included in the background. But I wish I could because I like how I've got it all set up and stuff up there. There's a lot of cool stuff up there. I just can't get it to be in the shot while I'm here as well. Which is kind of annoying. You broke your streak? Oh no. Rotate camera 90? What, so it's like vertical? Maybe. But then, I don't really like vertical camera. We're just more talking about future setups for my streaming rooms, because I would like to have a different background. I just can't in this room because I need that there because it's a spare bedroom. What are the other things up there? I'll go back up in a sec. I'll show you in a sec. Yeah, I'm not planning on changing it now. It's just I was talking about including like all of my consoles as a display in the background, so I'd have like towers of different things because I have so many consoles. Like I could have a Nintendo tower, I could have a PlayStation tower, I could have an Xbox tower, and then a plush tower. But then I don't know what I'd do with all the stuff up there. Let me go back up. I'll talk you through what's up there. Okay, we'll start on the top row and go from left to right. So top left is my name that I've had since I was a kid. There's also an Aston Villa badge puzzle and also pictures of me in supercars. The next one has got my Darren Shan books and then some Pokemon card tins. Oh, and it's also got also this is 4 head cam. It's got my go-karting trophy that I won from being the fastest go-kart driver in my company. The next shelf has got more Darren Shan books, a couple of it's got Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire game tins, and a Pikachu head that's a keyring. The next one has got a doorstop that's in the shape of a dog that is also a Union Jack that is wearing 3D cinema glasses, just cuz. That would be kind of funny. Behind those is some what are they called? Choose Your Own Adventure books. There's a whole load of them there. I like those books, so they're up there. There's also an otter. There's a juggling ball, and also there's a mug that is a handleless mug that you like cup. I got it from Australia. That was kind of cool. And then there's a Pokemon plastic cup as well. Next one along has got my coin collection from when in the UK we had our 50 pence coins with Beatrix Potter designs on it. I have all but one of them. Yes, they are. That's what the book on the right is. On the left, it's the Chronicles of Narnia box set with all of them in there. And then behind that is actually a pretty much deflated football that I had all of my friends sign when I was leaving primary school. You have the London 2012 Olympic ones. That's cool. I'm missing one of the Beatrix Potter coins, but it's the most expensive one because it's the one that says Beatrix Potter on it and stuff. The main one. I've got all of the animal ones, and then hanging from that shelf are like a load of lanyards from events I've been going to. Next shelf along has got my Assassin's Creed books because that was cool. I liked the fact that they made Assassin's Creed books for the games. But also there is also a binder with Pokemon cards in it. Okay, now we'll go bottom shelf left to right as well. So here we've obviously got Funko Pops for the Kanto starters plus Pikachu, which I guess technically is a Kanto starter. The books, I think currently, I don't know whether they do go further than this, but they only go to what was the Syndicate? Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I think the books probably go further than that, but I've not I've not got any books further than that. That's as far as I've got. But I like them. They're cool. So yeah, I've got the Funko Pops, but I've also got a Pokeball, which is it's actually a 3DS cartridge holder, but it's got nothing in it. It's just a Pokeball. Next, I've got all of my Pokemon games. Well, all the boxes for them anyway. From Generation 4 all the way to Legends ZA. And then a couple of tins that don't have anything in them. They just look cool. Next along, we've got some Pokemon figurines. And then more of the metal tins from the games, Pokemon games. Next along, we've got a couple more Funko Pops. One is Dragonite. One is myself that I created in the Funko Pop store in LA. We've got some more Pokemon tins. We've got a Grookey card, because I like Grookey. There's also a keychain for Dragonite. And then on the left-hand side of that, there's also a Pokemon ball puzzle. So it's like a ball that is also a jigsaw puzzle that you have to put together. That was kind of cool. Next along, we've got a Pokeball that is... It was a Pokeball that you buy that has Pokemon card packs in it. But again, it's empty. It's just a Pokeball now. There's also a Dusk Ball plush up there. You can't really see because there's also a Lego Nissan Skyline in front of it. And then also the books in the back of that one, as in this one here. That one. Oh my god, it's a hard point. They are game guides. I've got Pokemon game guides, and then I've got Assassin's Creed game guides and Mass Effect game guides. Just because, why not? And there's also, you can just about see it. That there is a poker chip from when I was at a work conference earlier this year. I actually won the casino event that night. I had, at the end of the night, I had the most money, which is kind of cool. So I actually won stuff with that. And I asked if I could keep one of the chips as a memento. And then the very end one, that one there, is binders that are full of Pokemon cards. I'm a master gambler. I mean, I went in not expecting to win. Okay, forehead cam is going away now. Sorry, we didn't get a shiny during forehead cam. I've not gambled really before. And I had a lot of fun. I would not do it with real money. What I did only worked because I knew it wasn't my money I was gambling. If it was my money that I was gambling, I would not have won as much as I did. And I got lucky. I only won on the very last... I was playing roulette the whole time. I won on the very last spin of the night. If I hadn't have gone all in and got it on the right, I can't remember where I went, black or red. If I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have won. But I did. And me and this other guy that I was with doing it, basically, we both had roughly the same amount, and we both went, okay, let's go all in and let's go on opposite colours. Whichever one of us gets it, we're the winner. And I won it. To be fair, he'd already gone out. I'd given him some of my chips that he managed to build back up again. So technically, he was only still in because I'd given him some of my chips. But it was fun. It was a good night. I enjoyed it. But like I say, I would, if I was playing with real money, then I would have stopped way before that point. Because yeah, I had only gone into playing just as like, oh, let's have some fun. Like, this isn't real money. Let's have some fun. And then by the end of it, it's like, oh wait, I could actually win this because everyone else had gone to bed. And I was like, I know what the highest is currently, so I know what I need to get above because they'd already submitted their amount. So I was like, I can win this now, so I might as well try. Only gambling you do is Pokemon cards. That's fair. I would never advocate, is that the right word? Gambling. Like, I would never promote gambling personally. And I certainly would only say, if you're going to gamble, make sure it's money that you don't mind having none of by the end of the night. Pokemon cards and the Euro Millions, whenever there's a 10 guaranteed UK Millionaires event, that's fair. Like, you're going to have better odds. Exactly. 1700. To be fair, I do the lottery as well. That's the other thing I do. But the reason I do the lottery is obviously, yes, there's a chance I win. But also, the lottery, the money that I spend goes to charity, so it's kind of like good as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, invest if only you don't mind losing that money. Like, don't use money that you need. Emma does the lottery for both of us, so you can't take credit for that. Fair enough. Yeah, to be fair, I do the set for life one. Because the odds are slightly better. You get less, but the odds are slightly better. And then the only other time I do the national lottery, the main one, is if it's one of the must be won ones, so that it means like the must be won ones, even if somebody doesn't get all of the right numbers, it trickles down. So even if you get like 3 numbers, you're still gonna get more money than if you got 3 numbers on a regular week. So I do those ones as well. That's only if it rolls over like 4 or 5 times, I can't remember how many, or it's a special event. That's the only time I'll do those. But again, I'm only using money that I know I don't need. I would never use money that I need for that. If there's ever a time in my life where I need all of my money and I can't do the national lottery, I will stop. But I'm in the fortunate situation where spending, I think it's like £12 a month, I can do that. £12 a month, it goes to charity, and I have a chance to win millions. So, why not? You find to win the lottery, you either need to be Scottish or Northern enough to be confused as a Scot, retired, already won once and you're winning a second or third time, or be 16 and playing for the first time. No chance of winning if you don't fit any of those categories. Are you talking like winning the jackpot, or are you just talking about winning some money? Because I've won plenty of money, and like I won 30 quid the other week. But I've never won the big, obviously. There would be signs. The jackpot, okay, gotcha. I wouldn't be shouting about the fact that I won the lottery, but there would be signs that I won the lottery. One of them would be the fact that I don't work. It's quite a big sign. There would be day streams every day. Because the one I do, the Set for Life one, if you win it, it's £10,000 every month for 30 years. I'm at the age where in 30 years, that would be like almost retirement age. So if I'm earning essentially a wage of 10k a month, I don't need to work again. Exactly. You need to start playing this set for life. I've got this retirement idea all wrong. The annoying thing about the set for life one is you can't do it on a direct debit like you can the just the regular lotto. So every 4 weeks you have to like set it up again for the next 4 weeks, which is not the end of the world. But the nice thing about the lotto one is you can just set it and leave it. Or at least you used to be able to. I don't know whether you still can do that. When I used to do Lotto, you could do that. But Set for Life has never had that option. I get a reminder that my ticket's up. And I go, okay, I'll do another one now. One of the annoying things was my latest one, or the one before the one I'm on right now, ended while I was in Spain, and you can't access the National Lottery app while you're not in the UK. So I had to VPN so I could buy my next ticket, because otherwise I would have missed a week's worth of chances. Which sounds like I'm desperate and have a problem, but like I said before, it's just money that I know I can put to one side, so I might as well make sure I'm keeping up with it. The moment I don't have that money, I will not play. But while I have the money that I can use, I will play. Just Google it. If you die, your estate gets the remaining of your winnings. That's good. I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, to be honest, that's what I would have expected as well. But fair play. That they actually did the right thing. That's good. That was the AI answer, so a pinch of salt and all that, but can't see why that would be incorrect. Yeah, no, that, I mean, it'd be weird for the AI not to have that, because it's probably got that from, like, the terms of service and stuff, from, or the terms and conditions from Lotto, from the National Lottery. So. Also, here's a question. If you won the lottery, would you keep doing the lottery? Because I 100% would. Like, why wouldn't I keep doing it? I'm greedy. I've now got more disposable income that, like, I'm okay to spend £12 a month right now. If I won the lottery, I can 100% definitely still spend £12 a month. Exactly. And I'd like to say I'm fairly sensible with money, and even if I had a load of money, I would still be sensible with it. Because you see a lot of people who win the lottery and then they just go bankrupt because they don't know how to deal with that much money. I personally am quite content with upgrading my life a little bit, but not to the extreme, where I waste all of the money. Like, so I reckon I could not go bankrupt. Unless you're making me purchase, you may notice the £12 purchase because it's done. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I don't want a mansion. There was a 16-year-old girl who was bankrupt by 21, who now warns people of the dangers and such. Obviously the dangers are there, but just be sensible. Don't. You would totally take the offer of a financial advisor. See, I don't think I need to. I just wouldn't change my life that much. The only changes I would make are maybe move, like, but not to a massive house, and not work. Then pretty much the rest of my life, I like it. You'd like to help family and friends out, but want to do it the correct way. Give a friend £1 they'll splurge it and be bankrupt in a few years. Put the 100 mil, no, not the 100 mil, sorry, the 1 mil into a trust fund and set rules. You could help them out. Life. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you don't give big, but also you don't give big amounts to people as well, because if you can invest or at least get interest on the full amount, you're going to make more. So you almost want to be giving away the amount you make on interest rather than the actual amount that you won, is probably the better way of doing it. Because if you win a couple mil, you can get interest of like 100,000. Well, I don't know what interest rates are currently, but if you won 2 mil, you could each year you could make a good chunk of money just off of like interest rates, and just give that out. Exactly. To be fair, that is one of the reasons why I like the set for life one, because you don't get it all in one chunk, you have no way of spending it all in one chunk. So it almost forces you to be living that way, where you know you've got a load of money coming in, but you don't get it all at once, so you can't splurge it. You'd still have to work, but the extra, 40k a year would be a huge up. But yeah, the set for life one just becomes your salary, essentially. Your monthly salary. Is how I like to see it. I wouldn't even spend the 10k a year. Sorry, a month. Like, most of that would go into savings. I do always like having this conversation. We have this conversation at work quite fairly often as well, where we talk about lottery winnings and what you would do and stuff. Like, obviously I would upgrade of things. Like, I'd have a better setup. Like, but that wouldn't cost me millions. That's a couple thousand. So I could do that. I already have my dream car. I don't need another car. Exactly. You work a lot more than me. You do also get paid more than me, though. My car is awesome, and you've never seen it. I mean, you've seen a artist's impression of it. And it's easily, you can easily Google it. A Nissan 370Z Nismo in red from 2017. Yeah, exactly. Also, if you Google my car, just note that you're probably seeing a clean version. Mine is very dirty right now. It's time to get it washed this weekend. One of the things that would change with my expenses, actually, if I won the Set for Life, is I would increase the amount I pay towards my mortgage to pay it off quicker. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to pay off my mortgage straight away because I'm only getting 10k a month. That's the difference with winning the whole lump sum. I could pay off my mortgage in one go, but if I'm at 10k a month, then I can increase the amount I'm paying off to pay it off quicker. Because at the moment, that's the big outgoing, like each month. Like, if I can pay off the mortgage, I don't have a big outgoing. They do, yeah, that's true. Yes, you would. They would charge you, but ultimately, if you've won millions, it's probably still better just to do that. Obviously, work it out for you, for each person personally, but more often than not, it's better to take the hit to pay a little bit more at that time than pay the interest while you're running through the years. Exactly. That is the main outgoings, or certainly for me anyway. And the good thing about the lottery in this country is it's tax-free. If you win 4 million, you get 4 million. Yeah, it's one of the things you see about America. You like see them winning like hundreds of millions on the lottery, and like, yeah, but how much of that do you actually get to keep? Not much. Well, obviously they still get a lot, but you see the big number and go, ooh, big number, and then you're like, oh, actually, It's still a big number. It's just not that big of a number. Exactly, which is still a lot. That's still a lot of money, but it's not the big number that's advertised for the lottery. But also, I think the chances of you winning that amount is quite low in America. I don't know what the odds are. Also, we just got another double Ghastly. What is going on here? I don't know what I don't know how the lottery works in the US. Yeah, exactly. So it feels horrible, but then you look at your bank balance and you go, actually, I'm still fine. But I feel like it's probably harder to win in the US, or at least harder to win the whole thing, because there's so many people doing it that you would then split, I assume. Oh, there's only one winner? Oh. I thought it would be multiple winners like we have. Like, if 2 people win the jackpot, you have to split that jackpot. You don't get the whole thing. But the chances of 2 people having the same numbers as the winning, I don't think it's that high. Don't you have sub prizes? Such as 5 plus bonus ball, 5 number 4. Oh, that's terrible then. That's even worse. Because at least with ours, you can win a little bit of money. Like I won 30 quid the other week. In fact, it was last week. Because I got 3 balls that were the same. You remember watching a YouTube video on it and being unimpressed? Yeah. You only seem to win lucky dips. I mean, that was on one of the must-wins, so I think normally 3 balls isn't £30. I think that was just because it rolled down, like it trickled down. Because that was on the actual lotto one. On the set for life one, the minimum you win is a £5. Which I have won a few times. I'm definitely down, but I have won a few, like, £5 here or there. I did go, like a couple of years ago, I did go like a time where I was winning like £5 every couple of weeks. that was a good point of time. It was like, oh, nice, I got another one. Oh, another one. But I've definitely spent more than I've won. Yeah, it does. That's the next step down from the jackpot. That's the next one down, which would still be good. Like, that's still a good chunk, but is that right? I feel like that's not right. I feel like it's still 10,000, but only for a year rather than 30 years. I could be wrong. I'm gonna double check. How do I see the game details? How do I see? Here we go. So, yeah, it's 10,000 for a year. 10,000 each month for a year is so five plus the life ball is 10,000 every month for 30 years. 5 numbers without the life ball is 10,000 for a year. Then 4 numbers plus the life ball is 250. Then you got 4 numbers is 50. 3 balls plus life ball is 30. 3 numbers is 20. 2 balls plus life ball is 10. And then 2 is 5. If you won that, it would solely be you solely on your mortgage. That's not a bad idea. Get rid of as much of that as possible. Because that's still 120 grand for the year. That's a good chunk for a year. But the jackpot though, 120 grand a year for 30 years. 3.6 mil. It's a good amount. That's why I do that over the lottery, over the lotto. Because yes, the lotto can be more than that, but not always. Sometimes it's less than that. If it's the first week of after somebody won, it's less than 3.6 mil. What is it this week? As in tomorrow. Yeah, it's only 3.8 mil tomorrow. And you don't have to split it with anyone either. Whereas the lotto, if 2 people win it at the same time, you have to split. Whereas if 2 people win the set for life, you both just get 10k a month for 30 years. So that's the other bonus. Oh, is it not a rollover? Did somebody win it on Wednesday? Maybe somebody did win it. Maybe the minimum is to win it. Never mind. Also, I think I've gone a bit slow today because we've been talking and stuff. I think we're only going to do 500 random encounters today, so we'll be stopping at 1800 rather than 1850. I just looked at my account on the National Lottery app. I forgot I had my £30 still in there. I actually haven't had my £30. It's still in my account. That's fine. I can just pay for the next couple of months of Set for Lives. I don't need it in my bank account. Every time I get the email that says about your ticket, sign in to find out more. I'm like, oh, what is it? What have I got? And then it's always, here's £5. I always get excited when I get that email though. That's fine, don't worry. I'm just waffling on about the lottery still. It's never a big one. I always get excited though. Because what if that one time it is? Yeah. That's because with the big ones, with the small ones, they just put it onto your account. Whereas the big ones, they can't do that. They have to put it into, they have to like send it to you, actually send it to you. It also means that technically they don't have to pay out until somebody actually contacts them. So if somebody doesn't actually contact them after winning, then they don't have to give out the money. Which is why I will never do like a paper version of the lottery ever again. I will always do digital. Because I don't want to risk losing that slip of paper. At least if I've got it digital, I'm like, well, I can't lose that. As long as I've got my login details, I'm good. Okay, maybe we can go. No, never mind. We will go to 1850. We've still got time. It's all good. I forgot how quickly we go through these numbers. We've still got time. Yeah. 1800. Did you hear about the teen couple who played via direct debit and won, but their direct debit failed, and so they never actually paid for their ticket? So then their win was invalidated. That's a thing? You can do that? How? I guess that's the advantage of not doing a direct debit one, is that I can only ever play if I've put money into my account. Therefore, I know I've definitely paid for my ticket. Fair enough. Yeah, well, that can't happen for me. So that's good. Oh, I have another question. Do you have set numbers that you go for every time? Or do you do like random numbers that you do every time? Or do you do lucky dip? Not lucky dip. Yeah, lucky dip. You have set numbers for you and Emma. A lucky dip on behalf of your daughter. Fair enough. Yeah, I just do lucky dips every time. I don't even know what my numbers are. I don't even look at that. You just found the article? It was from March 2021. Rachel Kennedy from Hertfordshire was left absolutely heartbroken after her account failed to automatically purchase a ticket for Euro Millions and her numbers came up. Oh dear. That would be horrible. Now, okay, a follow-up question from my one before. You say you have set numbers. If you won with those set numbers, would you then change them? Probably wouldn't, because they were your lucky numbers. That's fair. Because the argument is, what are the chances of it giving you the same numbers again to win again? And the answer is exactly the same. So you might as well leave them. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So reading this article, her account didn't have enough funds to cover the ticket purchase, but because she played a multi-week ticket, it glitched and it even gave her the email stating she'd won. Oh, wow. That's even more heartbreaking. Here, you've won. Look at your account. No, you haven't. Also, that's one reason why to make sure that you don't start spending it until it's 100% in your account. No, I know. I guess that's one reason, like, why not to go for set numbers. Because the 1 week you don't do it, and then some of them or all of them are your numbers, and it's like, it could have been me if I just hadn't missed this week. Whereas if I do set for life, if I do lucky dip, my numbers are random every week. Like, I can't be disappointed if I miss a week, which I have done. I've missed some weeks before because I forgot to buy a ticket. I don't know what numbers I would have had on those weeks. I don't know whether I would have won. I don't need to worry about that. I probably wouldn't have done. But who knows? I don't know, because my numbers would have been random. Like I say, I don't even look at my numbers, because I don't want to have the, oh, I should have gone for those numbers, like my lucky numbers. I don't even need to know what my numbers are. I just need to wait for those emails. But I can also see the nice thing of doing your set, like picking your own numbers, is that those numbers probably mean something to you. So if you win with those numbers, it's even more special. Yeah. Oh, also, I know you've been away for this week. On Monday, I finished Ghost of Yote. And I don't know whether you've seen any of my streams throughout this week of me playing Far Cry 1. But if you haven't seen any of the streams, you've actually missed the whole game. Ah, okay, you did. Okay. Oh, wait, did I know that? Yes, wait, I did know that. Yes. I couldn't remember whether that was the Ghost of Yote stream, because that was on Monday when I did 2 streams. Yes, I finished the game. Yes, the whole game. Why did I take up speedrunning? I mean, it's not a very long game. How long to beat puts it at, I think, 12.5 hours to finish the game? I finished it quicker than 12.5 hours, but I have played the game before, which definitely helped. I knew what I was doing, basically. Actually, I do remember talking about it now because you said about how you hadn't played the first 2 games. Did I spin the wheel on the next game? Yes, we will be playing Reanimal on Monday. Do you know about Little Nightmares? It's a similar game to Little Nightmares. It's made by the same people, not the same company, but the same people as Little Nightmares. You are nights for the next 2 weeks, so should be there for the first bit at least. I mean, the game is only a few hours long. We'll probably... It'll either be finished on Monday or finished on Tuesday. How long to beat puts it at 4.5 hours. Jacksepticeye did it in 3 hours, I saw, I think. I think it was just over 3 hours. You're off to Harry Potter Studios on Monday too, so there's a chance you may be late too. That's cool. I'd like to go there again. I went there. We went there like quite a few years ago now, I think. I'd like to go again at some point because I did enjoy it, and I'm a big Harry Potter fan. This will be your second time. That's cool. If your daughter's school asks, she's unwell. Okay, I'll keep that in mind if they ask me. Not sure they will, but I know. I know what to say now. She's got Expelliarmusite. Bad case too. Oh man, that's not good. I hope she gets better by Tuesday. Modern medicine these days, there's definitely a chance. That's good to know. I know the perfect cure actually for Expelliarmusite. It's a trip to Watford. There's this magical place in Watford that helps with Expelliarmusite. Okay, last one. Kids bounce back quickly, you know. They do. Last encounter for today. 1850. It's a Zubat. It's not shiny, but that is fine. We've gone longer than it took us to get Rattata. 12 ounces of butterbeer taken orally every couple of hours. That sounds awful, to be honest. That sounds awful. I do not like butterbeer. Tried it when we went. Don't eat it again. No, I don't like it. Did not like it. It's cream soda. I just don't like cream soda, I don't think. Anyway. That is what we're going to end for today, though. After lots of lottery and Harry Potter talk. The one in Universal Studios is much better. Ah, okay, interesting. Fair enough. Well, maybe if I go there, I will try that one instead. But I've currently only had the one from the studio tour. It's butterscotch with sweet cream foam. Okay, made differently. Gotcha. Okay, well, if I ever go there, which there is a possibility that I do, I will try it again and see if I like that one. Okay. Well, now we can end, I think, unless Carl wants to add anything else. So I'll be back tomorrow at 9 PM UK time to continue this and see if we can get the shiny in that stream. Oh no, I'm trying to run away. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, it's been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. Thank you all for being here, and I shall see you all in another